afternoon to you. Welcome to high school basketball action on Central Illinois Sports, live today from the final day of the 2024 Socky Turkey Tourney for the first of three contests as the Western Wildcats and Payson Seymour Indians are getting set to go head-to-head. Alongside Jack and John Hull, I'm Charlie Hull. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. Both teams looking to get their first victory of the season this afternoon. And in the week on a high note, we'll talk more about the matchup on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show after this.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account. Plus, ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Your equipment has specific needs based on the work you do and the environment you work in. How you manage the life cycle of your equipment influences your lubricant decisions. Schaefer's specialized lubricant products are designed with you in mind. From synthetic engine oils, hydraulic fluids, greases, and gear lubes, our products help you own equipment longer, operate more efficiently, and reduce hassles. Contact local Schaefer representative Jerry Roan at 217-248-7576. That's 217-248-7576 for Jerry Roan and Schaefer Specialized Lubricants.
At Logan Agri-Service, we understand your success starts from the ground up. That's why we've been your trusted partner in agriculture since 1962. From top quality seed and cover crops to fertilizer, crop protection chemicals, and petroleum products, we have you covered. At Logan Ag, we take pride in providing you quality products at competitive prices with service that exceeds expectations. Call us today at 1-800-LOGAN-AG or visit loganag.com.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate.
My name's Matt Keplinger. A lot of people call me Kepi. I've been a trainer now for 17 years. When we get the new hires come through the door, I try to treat them like family. This individual right here sent me this today. There's not too many men I admire I can't do it. There's not too many men I admire or that has made an impact in my life, but you've made that list. This is one of the reasons that I love my job, getting messages like this. When my life needed purpose, I chose Dot.
Are you planning on building? Let Pike County Lumber help. Whether it's big or small, we have everything you need. We carry all building materials like siding, roofing, cabinets, decking, doors, and windows, just to name a few. We also have plumbing and electrical supplies along with tools. From building your shop, your brand new home, or kitchen and bath remodel, Pike County Lumber is here to help. We're family owned for 3 generations. Pike County Lumber. For all your building needs, come see us in Pittsfield.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show as the Western Wildcats and Payson Seymour Indians look to match up here today at Voschel Gymnasium. The Wildcats fell in their opening game to Pittsfield 49-36 and then were defeated by Camp Point Central 33-21, whereas this Payson Seymour squad played Liberty to a 56-47 game and lost by 9 to Porta AC Central 59-50 was the final in that contest. So Payson may be a little bit closer, they probably feel like, to maybe being able to play a little bit later in the day. Wildcats, of course, were a little short-handed in their second game, so that didn't help them. But I think we could see a pretty competitive contest here today, Jack.
Well, the Wildcats actually led the Sockies at halftime of their contest before kind of seeing things break down a little bit, but played pretty intense defense. But, now they'll have their guys they want out on the floor, and Orion Bowen has really been a guy who's really given them a lot of good minutes. Covington also. And you hope Case and Tobias can come back after that one day sitting off and be the kind of offensive player that he has the ability to do.
This Payson Seymour team, when they're hitting from the outside, is a team that can light it up in a hurry. Not a lot of inside presence when it comes to the offense. And, sometimes, Jack, that's what happens. You have a team that shoots a lot of threes. Days you make them, you'll beat some people. days you don't, you'll lose to some people.
Well, when you've got a guy like Schwartz and then people blanket him, you need to be able to go inside to kind of get that inside-out game. Funny, before the game, I was talking to Tyler Dushinsky and said, your coaching staff could probably take most of the other coaching staffs in basketball with your inside presence. He said, I was never an inside guy. I always shot from the corner. So maybe that's their problem. They got a 6'7" coach that doesn't play the post.
The second game today, Camp Point Central will play Port AC Central, and Pittsfield and Liberty play in the latest game today that's scheduled to start at 4:30. It's the 17th annual Saki Turkey Tourney. We've been here for all of them that I can remember, and
I think this is an early shirt.
It has been that's an old one. That's 2012. That was just after being 5 years in, Jack. But it's been a good tournament throughout the years, and always see a good turnout from the fans and a lot of competitive basketball. And expecting that here on the final day of the tournament. They'll name an 8-man all-tournament team after the 4:30 contest. They also will hand out a cheerleading award today, and then the Ty Rylander Team Sportsmanship Award will also be given out to a team later on today. Right now, both teams are out of the court warming up in preparation for this contest. The Wildcats and the Indians of Western and Payson Seymour High Schools, respectively. We're back to talk more about this one on Central Illinois Sports and the Great Rivers Bank pregame show after this.
You've tried it, I've tried it, everyone needs to try it. Sugar and Smoke, 1258 West Washington in Pittsfield. Open Wednesday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Here's what others are saying. This place is fantastic in every way. Pulled pork, pulled chicken, brisket, ribs on the weekends, the best green beans, appetizers, nachos, pony shoes, pork burgers, celebrating 1 year in business. Sugar and Smoke, it's time to eat. Yum! 217-922-0067.
Hi, my name's Sierra Burns here with Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, your low overhead dealership. We have new and used Lincoln Corsairs, Nautiluses, and even the Navigator. Come on out and see our new Lincolns for your next luxury vehicle.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield. Helena Agri, Camp Point, Illinois, is a proud sponsor of the broadcast of Central Illinois Athletics. For all your seed, fertilizer, and chemical needs, the experts at Helena Agri, Brian Obert, Dustin Roskamp, and Matt Hughes, are the guys to call. Let them show you the best seed, fertilizer, and ag chemicals to make your farming operation a success. Call 217-593-7761. That's 593-7761 for Helena Agri of Camp Point.
Shireman Memorials has been serving the area since 2014 with local and affordable memorial and specialty items production. Jason Shireman has over 20 years of experience and is committed to providing his customers with the best experience. With expertise in sandblasting, carving, etching, and design, you will be dealing with someone who has the knowledge and experience to make a memorial your family can be proud of for generations. You'll find Shireman Memorials at 1135 West Washington Street in Pittsfield and online at shiremanmemorials.com.
When you're ready to restock your pantry, go to Kay's Family Food in Camp Point, Illinois. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. through 8 p.m. Be proud, Camp Point area. Kay's Family Food is the only locally owned grocery store in Adams County outside Quincy. Delicious donuts daily, great lunch specials, fresh cut meats, fresh produce. Kay's Family Food are committed to the area and the school. When you support your local store, they can support you and your school and community. When you need to restock, think of Kay's Family Food, 593-6814. Petty Construction and owner Joe Petty, specializing in commercial and residential roofing systems. They design, build new homes and additions and renovations to your home. Interior and exterior renovations are their specialty. Petty Construction and Joe Petty have the experience in building you are looking for. Call 217-779-6384 or on the web at joe.petty@pettyconstruction.com. Building your community one job at a time.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Aches and pains are a normal part of life, but when they become too much, we have a team of orthopedic surgeons ready to give you relief. The need for joint replacements continue to rise, and our team stays up to date with the latest technology and robotic solutions. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. We've got you covered from head to toe.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show with locations in Pittsfield, Barry, Liberty, and Hannibal. Great Rivers Bank is serving the entire region with the best in banking services close to where you live and always online at greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. The Seymour High Indians, the Western Wildcats in this first contest. And these two, well, they share a border for their school districts and play a lot of different sports against one another. They've co-opted at different times in some sports on the girls' side. Not happening right now.
Actually, Liberty and Payson co-op more for girls, I think, didn't they?
Yeah, Jack, I mean, we could start an argument there, but I mean, it's Western and Payson did most recently, right. I think, when Shea O'Brien was coaching that. But, here we have just these two schools that are not co-oping with anyone right now. And should be a good battle this afternoon between these two teams. You know, I think you'll see both of them. There'll be a lot different basketball teams by the time the season ends. You know, Payson Seymour learning to play without a guy like Nyson, who added a big 6'4" presence inside last year. Western, decent height. Damian Orr really has done a pretty nice job for them in the paint. Just has to get used to that speed of the varsity game a little bit more. But I think if you're looking at ceiling for this Western Wildcat team, I think it's very high with the young talent they have.
Yeah, Orr is one of those kids. He's just going to keep getting better and keep getting better as he gets more comfortable on the floor. And I like the pieces they have, like on those wings and off forward positions that can really play the intense game. And the Bowen kid just knows how to go to the basket.
And he's not afraid to stick his nose in there. I like the intensity that he brings. I like what he did off the bench as a freshman last year. Now in his sophomore season, called them on for a bigger role, obviously, and has been doing quite well here in the first week. Let's step aside. When we come back, we'll have the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups, Western and Payson Seymour.
Absolutely nobody wants to hear that on Christmas morning, but if you're shopping for kids of any age, your local Farm and Supply can help because we have them on sale. Wide variety of toys, including some of the trendy ones like Care Bears. We're bringing them back for under $13. Then Pokemon and Pokemon cards, they never go away. We got these under $5. Then all Hasbro games, board games are 20% off. That's fun for all ages and families. And take your pick from these huge plush animals. They're under $15. And yes, your local Farm and Supply does carry Squishmallows. These are under $12.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Let's take a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups, from snacks and hoodies to power tools and lawn chairs. Nobody has it quite like your local Farm and Home Supply. Learn more at farmandhomesupply.com. Payson Seymour's Indians, Tyler Dushinsky, their head coach, 0-2 on the young season. They'll start at a guard, a 5'10" senior. That's Lane Barker. At a second guard, he's a 6'1" senior, Blake Schwartz. And the third guard is Brody Deeker, the 6'1" senior. At a forward, he's a 6'1" junior, Nolan Sparks. And at the other forward, the 6'2" senior, Nicholas Boone. Boone, Sparks, Schwartz, Deeker, and Barker for Payson Seymour. For the Western Wildcats, Reese Dunker in his second year as head coach, 0-2 on the season for Western. They'll start at a guard, a 6-foot sophomore, Ryan Bowen. At a second guard, he's a 5'10" senior, Dylan Ross. And the third guard is the 6'2 senior. That's Kason Tobias. Out of forward, he's a 5'11 freshman, Noah Fessler. And at the other forward, the 6'2 senior, that is Isaac Covington. Tobias, Covington, Bowen, Ross, and Fessler for the Western Wildcats. Thanks to Farm and Home Supply for sponsoring the starting lineups as they do each and every game here on Central Illinois Sports. Western in the white uniforms with the red numbers and black trim, as Payson Seymour is in the road blue unis with the white numbers and lettering here this afternoon. Steve Keene, Billy Hickox, John Ray Deering are three officials for this afternoon's contest. Glad you're alongside with us here on Central Illinois Sports as the tip is up and controlled by the Seymour High Indians. Indians have Sparks. He'll bring it toward the front court against the man-to-man pressure in the early going by Western. Ball out top, Barker around the horn, Deeker. Looking for the ball, handoff now to Sparks. Gets turned the corner and is fouled by Fessler as the freshman got behind the pick of Boone and was trying to play catch-up. He'll be called for the first foul of the afternoon.
His first team first to the free throw line goes Nolan Sparks, looking for our first points 15 seconds into the contest. Sparks has played point guard for this squad. First one is up and good.
Bowlers Universe, come on and enjoy the fun at Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield. They're open, well, today until midnight. Saturdays 4 to midnight and Monday through Thursday 11 to 10. They have great burgers, great specials each day, and it's always a good time with your friends at Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield.
Sparks 1 for 2. The second one no good. Covington with the board.
We saw Covington come off the bench in the first game. There's the ball turned over. Schwartz with a steal. Larson a layup up and good, and the Indians off and running early. But Covington adds a little more strength in that kind of high post position. Indians trying their patented 1-2, 2-3 quarter court pressure. Caused the turnover a moment ago. Now they drop back into it in the half court as Western looks to survey the floor. Bowen gets it in the paint. Shot put up there, no good. Good look though, 2 feet in the paint, not afraid to put it up. And the rebound down to Deeker. He'll find Schwartz on the wing. Looking for Boone on the cutter. Pass was a little off, and Bowen gets the steal. First turnover by both teams in the last possession. Here's Fessler the other way, and he runs over the man in Deeker and gets called for his second foul early in this one.
I promise you, he didn't knock Deeker over as easy as Deeker went over, but it was a good call. His second, team second, turnover number 2. And Noah Fessler, the freshman, just caught some bad breaks early in the contest. It happens. Doesn't it seem like there's always one player on one team or the other that just everywhere he goes, he gets a foul called on him.
Colin Forbes checks into the game, the 6-foot freshman for Western, replacing Fessler. So one freshman for another. Here's a backdoor cut to Schwartz, missed the shot, and the rebound comes down to Bowen. Tobias drives in. Helter-skelter shot no good. He might have been fouled, no call. Rebound down to Boone and Payson Seymour. Cross-court pass Deeker. Extra one to the corner. Sparks for 3, no good. And a lot of guys boxing out, but the only guy to go after the ball was Boone. He'll get a second chance opportunity here for the Indians. Sparks looks to the bench for the play call here. 6:22 to play in the opening quarter. A 3-0 lead and double it up as Schwartz hits it from downtown.
5 for him in the game.
And with 6:12 to play in the first, it is a 6-0 Payson Seymour advantage. In the corner, Forbes trying the answer. A high archer, no good. Rebound down to Boone. His third already. Works it off to Schwartz. Schwartz on the dribble drive against Covington. Blows by him to the window and in for 2 when we get our first timeout of the contest. Reese Dunker wants a timeout for Western. We'll pause as well on the Adams Fiber timeout. 5:54 to play in the first. It's 8-0 Payson Seymour. Back to live action following the timeout taken by Western, their first of the game. They find themselves down early, 8-0 to this Payson Seymour squad. On the Adams Fiber timeout, now here's another turnover by the Wildcats as that pass was too high for Ryan Bowen to get to, and the third by Western here. And not a good start for Reese Dunker's career. They're trying to get just settled down a bit.
High school kids and just feeling confidence like Payson does when they play Western. They just look like a different team tonight.
Here's Deeker on the left wing. Ball handoff goes to Sparks. Sparks looks to kick to the corner. That's to Barker. Barker tried to dribble between three guys. Ball was kicked, but run down by Boone. He misses the shot, and on the rebound, it's out of bounds to Western. Length of the court to go.
I like what Boone did there, though. He recognized, went straight to the basket. Just a little bit too strong for it. He's a strong young man.
Against the 1-2-2, Western looks to bring it up with a pair of senior guards in Tobias and Ross. Tobias on the left wing over to Bowen. He'll throw a pass that's tipped and run down by Tobias. His pass inside, stolen away by Boone. He wants to lead the charge into the front court. Boone coast to coast, runner up no good. Rebound down to Bowen. He'll turn and take it quickly the other way. Works on the right side, that's to Forbes. Back out front, Tobias. The Wildcats now slow it down, and we'll get a foul underneath the basket against Boone.
Boone will pick up the foul, his first, team first. Ball out of bounds under the basket. Here comes Jordan Martin into the game. I'll be darned, Deeker picked up the foul.
So Deeker's first as well.
We saw Martin really jump the other night. He's not very tall, but he got right up by the rim.
Here's Bowen with a little step back jump shot. Can't find the mark, and Deeker has the rebound for the blue-clad Indians. He'll find Barker now. Barker right to the rim, up the glass too hard. There's Martin, though, to clean up the glass and put it in for his first two. And it's 10-0 Payson Seymour. Tobias trying to make something happen the other way. Draws the foul. He'll head to the free throw line to shoot a pair as the senior trying to get into the paint.
Barker's going to pick up the foul, his first, team second. Free throws for Payson Tobias, looking for his first points. 10-0 in the early going, 4:25 left on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Tobias' first is good.
Your local family-owned newspaper, that's the Pike County Express. Serving Pike County since 1991. You can check them out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you.
Aurora Christian's taking a 7-0 lead over Monroe in 2A football. Tobias' second one, up also good on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. It's 10-2.
I think that's Chicago Christian, isn't it?
What'd I call them?
Aurora, that's a different school, I believe. This is Palos Heights.
You're right.
Here's a three by Schwartz, and he's hit a couple so far today and puts Payson on top 13-2.
10 for him.
Wow, 10 already?
Yep.
Holy cow. I've watched the whole game, and I find that hard to believe.
I know.
That's a quick 10.
10 of their 13. Went to the bucket a couple times with the layups.
Foul called here was on Deeker. It's his second, team third.
Whew.
Out of bounds underneath here for
You can only stand
Payson
so many
Seymour.
fouls down
Here's
low.
Bowen finds the mark from the free throw line. Well, Ryan Bowen has his first two to cut the lead to 13-4. Halfway through this first quarter. Deeker with it. Works on the right side. Three up and good. That was by Gooding. So Gooding with the three off the bench. Landon Gooding, the 5'8 sophomore. Long pass, finds Tobias on the wing. He'll try the answer, rims in and out, no good. And Deeker grabs the board for Payson Seymour. Deeker on the run out of the front court, drives right in, draws the contact, can't get it to go. Rebound fought for. Forbes tries to save it, and it's knocked out of bounds. They say last touched by Sparks, so it will be Western basketball.
We gave Deeker a foul, his second a little bit ago, and they took that off and put it on Sparks instead, so they each one have one foul.
Western trying to work against the pressure in the backcourt. Tobias has picked it up, bad pass stolen away. Martin gets the steal, and then a foul on one of the Wildcats here.
Tobias, I think, correct?
Yes.
Yep, his first, team third. Errant pass there. Now into the ball game comes Riley Kendrick, and he'll sit Dylan Ross down.
Riley Kendrick's a 6-foot freshman.
Said it was a knee that Ross was having trouble with. I thought it was his ankle the other day, but the scorekeeper said, no, it was a knee.
That's why in hockey they just call it a lower leg injury.
Yeah.
Or lower body injury. Here's a three on the way by Schwartz, no good. And the rebound down to the new man of the game in Kendrick. 16-4 the score. Wildcats trying to make a move here. Try to finish out the quarter on a solid run. Here's Bowen. Good look from the free throw line. Shot no good as it was a little hard that time. Deeker muscles away the board. He'll take it into the front court. Didn't have numbers, so pulls it out top to Sparks, who drives in. Little floater up. Nice touch. Just can't get it to go. Sparks then tries to go after the rebound, but it's off of him out of bounds, and it will be Western basketball.
Deeker picked up his 4th board already.
He's an aggressive young man. I think Barker would like to check in, but he hasn't come down to where the official scorer is. If you don't do that, it's harder to see that you're there.
They gave them time for both of them to do that, so Swartz and Deeker both sit down. Boone back in, and they brought Barker back in too.
Bowen in the backcourt, working against Martin. Bounce pass goes across to Forbes, back to Bowen. He'll try to drive in, gets between 2 defenders, and is fouled on the reach.
On the floor, Martin will pick up the foul, his first, team 4th.
Out of bounds on the baseline for Western. Payson Tobias to get it into Kendrick. Bowen wants Tobias to come get it. Got his attention now and gets the ball in his hands. Tobias will work it on the left side to Forbes. Top of the key now, Kendrick. Looking on the post to Orr, but they've not been able to get it to him much today. He's posting up against Boone. They're really battling for position down there. Here's a ball knocked near the half-court line. Comes free to Forbes. Now he'll try to get it to Orr, and it goes between his hands and out of bounds, and a turnover on the Wildcats is their 6th. Covington and Fessler back into the game for Western. Fessler got 2 fouls in the first 60 seconds of the game, but he's back out there now for Coach Dunker's squad.
You know what the advice he got was?
Don't pick up the 3rd one.
Don't foul. Yeah, no kidding.
Payson Seymour a 12-point lead and the basketball here. Here's a dribble drive in by Gooding. His shot blocked. Out of bounds by a hustling Kendrick. Dead ball allows Baker to check in. Ashton Baker, also Schwartz and Deeker in. They sit down Martin, Gooding, and Sparks.
We're doing about an 8-man rotation. Payson is trying to stay fresh.
And bounce pass to Baker. Now top Deeker over to Schwartz for the 3. Good. His 3rd triple of the first quarter.
13 points already.
Makes it 19-14. He has the ability to be one of those prolific scorers. You've seen him pour them in bunches throughout his career. That's over and back. And a 10-second call. And a 19-4 lead. What did I say?
14.
I don't think that's right. We'll go back and check the tape later. But for now, I'm going to say you're wrong.
Well, I even wrote it down, then I went, that can't be right.
Well, just because you wrote it down doesn't mean I said it.
Hey, it's just like the teleprompter, son.
Anything you put on there, Burgundy will read.
That's right. So will Jack.
Just like the scoreboard. If you don't switch it to the second quarter, I'll be stuck in the first the whole day.
I understand, and we are. No, not yet.
Here's a nicely designed play by the Indians. Deeker can't finish at the rim, though. He gets his own rebound. Gets it to Baker in the middle. He'll have it slip out of his grasp, and a turnover here. And then Baker will be called for the foul.
Turnover against Payson will be their 2nd, too, but Baker will pick up the foul, his first, team 5th, and will walk to the other end to shoot some.
Tobias will be your shooter.
Payson was there before, and he made both of them, I think. Yeah, his first 2 points of the game. 56.8 seconds left in the quarter, 19-4 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. First one up by Tobias is good, and he's been practicing those free throws.
Here's Ross back into the game. He replaces Kendrick. Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank here to help you with your next auto, residential, or commercial loan. Give Damon Emmerich a call, 217-285-4404.
Second one up by Tobias, a little long, and the rebound comes off to Boone. I think it's his 5th.
He'll get the outlet pass to Schwartz, who has been hot here in the early going, has made it a 19-5 game with 45 seconds to play in the first. Out top, Baker going to let it fly from downtown, and he hits from the top of the key.
Barker with his first 3.
He can shoot it too, and man, if he and Schwartz get going at the same time, look out. Here's Fessler trying to make something happen. Good drive, and the freshman gets it to roll through. Very aggressive on that quick first step. 22 ticks to play in the first. Indians look like they'll try to hold for one shot as they enjoy a 15-point lead, 22-7, with now 10 seconds to play in the first. Barker with 5, looks to work against Fessler. To Baker, off to Schwartz, out top Barker, quick pass, Deeker, shot up as good if it goes, it does not. And we head to quarter number 2. Payson Seymour having it their way early. They lead Western 22-7 after 1.
At Farmers State Bank at Camp Point, we're proud to have been a part of our community for over a century, supporting families, athletes, and fans every step of the way. Just like your favorite Panthers team, we're dedicated to giving our best. With over 100 banks and ATMs throughout the area, we're here to help you on and off the field, no matter where the game takes you. So whether you're cheering in the stands, traveling to the next big game, or just supporting your community, trust Farmers State Bank of Camp Point to be with you all the way. Farmers State Bank of Camp Point, where tradition meets hometown pride.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Ready to start quarter number 2 with Payson Seymour on top of Western 22-7. Wildcats will have the basketball to start the second quarter.
2 of 8 from the field, Western. 7 of 19 for Payson, shooting 37%. Payson's 4 of 7 from the arc, 0 of 1 for the squad from Western, 3 of 4 from the free throw line for Western, and 1 for 2 for Payson. 2 turnovers on Payson and 6 on Western.
Fessler has the ball out front for the Wildcats. He's joined by Ross, Covington, Tobias, and Bowen, and that pass went about 3 rows deep into the bleachers and struck a fan. It looks to be okay. You got to pay attention when you come out to the old ballpark. You never know what's going to happen.
Not going to put netting up on the side like they did in the major leagues. You're going to have to pay attention. Put your popcorn and your phone down. You can leave your popcorn if you can reach in the bag without looking.
Turnover by Western. That's the second time we've seen that pass be thrown about 6 or 7 feet into the air. Just too high for anybody to handle. Here's a drive by Sparks. Kicks to Barker in the corner for 3, and it's good. Barker with another triple, and it's 25-7 Indians.
Lighten it up. Biggest lead right now.
Long pass into the front court, Fessler. Ball knocked out of bounds by a hustling Nicholas Boone. And what Payson Seymour's defense is doing right now is forcing Western to throw some of those longer passes, and that's why you're seeing some of those mistakes, some errant passes, some balls that get a hand on them and then stolen away. They got to shorten that up a little bit if you're Western. Covington gets it on the inbounds over to Tobias.
The 1-2-2 that Payson plays is a lot more aggressive than some 1-2-2s.
Here's Ross. They trap him on the wing to Bowen. Bowen drives, tries a reach around pass to Covington, who wasn't really ready for it. It didn't look like. Ball knocked away. A lot of hustle out there, but it will stay with Western on the sideline here.
When you saw 4 and 23 from Payson, Schwartz, and Barker both go to the floor, that's the way we used to think their practices used to be. And they'd play about 15 guys, just everybody on the floor constantly.
Inbounds pass comes to Ross. Skips it across to the freshman Fessler. And to be fair, Western playing a lot of young guys, so when you're seeing this type of defense and it's as aggressive as it is maybe for the first time in your varsity career, it takes a while to get used to it.
Yeah.
They'll keep working throughout the season. Here's Ross in the corner. He'll try a three-point shot. It's an air ball. Rebound down to Tobias, and we'll get a jump ball. And that'll head the way of Payson Seymour on the alternating possession arrow.
6:47 left in the half. 25-7. Payson with the lead.
Looking to expand on that on this trip down the court. Schwartz looks down low. There's Deeker. They ran that play earlier. It worked. He just didn't make the basket. This time it works, and he completes it at the window, and it's a 20-point lead. And we get an Adams Fiber timeout taken by the Western Wildcats. We will pause as well. For top-notch local computer sales and service, call Adams Experts, 217-214-3423.
In a world that seems to be out of control, your friends at First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois want you to know that the hope of God's love reaches out to you. God loves you and He has a purpose for your life. If you'd like to learn more about this, we invite you to join us at 8 a.m. or at 10:30 on Sunday mornings at 225 North Memorial Street in Pittsfield, or online at fccpittsfield.org, our Facebook page, or our YouTube channel. First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois, a safe place to learn and grow.
Stotzi Automotive and Tire, located at 201 Adams Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is your local automotive repair shop. Whether you need an oil change, brake job, alignment, engine repair, or new tires, Stotzi Automotive is here with honest and competitive pricing. Call Reagan and his team today to schedule your appointment. 217-740-5010. That's 217-740-5010 for Stotzi Automotive and Tire.
6:34 to play in the half, and it is a 27-7 lead for the Payson Seymour Indians after the timeout taken by the Western Wildcats. Another near turnover here, but the Wildcats able to corral it, and now we'll see a technical.
Yep. It was a pretty good pop there. I don't know what that was about.
So Kaysen Tobias is called for a technical. Forbes will come into the game.
Be his second. Team first of the quarter. We'll go to the other end.
Tobias is now going to the locker room. Well, he wasn't ejected from the game.
Swartz will go to the free throw line. He has 13 points on the night. He'll shoot a pair. First one is good. 14th point of the night for him. 28-7. Swartz can stand there all day long, and if I say something, I can jinx him. It's just exactly what I was thinking.
So my understanding is Western School District has a rule where if you get a technical, you sit out for the rest of the game and the next game, which is why Tobias didn't play on Tuesday, right?
Right.
So, but he's gone to the locker room. You usually don't see that happen where they send a player by themselves.
No, I don't know that anybody sent him there.
Yeah, just I don't know. Here's offensive foul going to be called as Deeker. They say extended the arm.
Deeker's going to pick up his first team foul of the second quarter, third turnover of the game against Payson. It's always good if somebody goes and checks on those people.
Well, yeah, it's an emotional situation, and they're just kids.
Yeah.
Inbounds pass in the backcourt here for the Western Wildcats, down 28-7 here. Ross in the backcourt, throws it high. Bowen able to corral it, gets it back to Ross. Over it goes to Forbes. Now to Ross, top of the key. Tries a pass down low. Deeker knocks it away. Stolen away by Sparks. Ross trying to pressure him in the backcourt. Pokes it away. Run down, though, by Deeker. To Barker. Now Boone on the baseline. Big lead here for Payson Seymour. In what is a 21-point lead. The biggest of the game, I believe.
That is correct.
Sparks out front. Gets the screen, turns the corner. Call that an offensive foul.
Turnover number 4. Sparks is going to pick up his second team foul of the second quarter.
And Payson Seymour would like to call a timeout. We'll pause as well. 5:24 to play in the half. 28-7, the lead for Payson Seymour after this Adams Fiber timeout.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties, along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs, or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
28-7 lead for Payson Seymour out of the timeout taken by Tyler Dushinsky for the Indians. He wanted to just settle his team down a bit, even though they have a big lead. Still some learning moments to be had here. Covington with the ball, gets it to Forbes. Into the front court. Forbes kind of got off of his feet and went off of him out of bounds, and a turnover on the Wildcats.
8th turnover of the day.
5:15 to play in the half. 28-7 lead for Payson Seymour. Looking to add to that here. Sparks. It's an illegal screen set for him by his teammate, and that'll be a turnover as Dalton Phillips into the game, and he picks up the foul.
Phillips' first, team third, turnover number 5 on Payson now. Central and Porta in the second game, Liberty and the host school in the championship.
Here's a bump and a foul in the backcourt by Deeker now.
He'll pick up his third, 4th team foul. Fouls are prevalent. You know, Payson's got a big lead, but you don't want to get all these people in trouble and have to sit on the bench.
Barker is going to check back in as Deeker will sit down with those 3 fouls. And now Covington will pick it up and throw it into Fessler. Fessler trying to avoid the double team, knows it's coming, gets a pass away, and it's nearly stolen, and is. Barker into the front court, it's stolen right back by Forbes. Forbes on the breakaway, he'll put it up and in for 2. Forbes, the freshman, with his first bucket of the contest to make it 28-9.
Good job by Forbes grabbing hold of that ball and going right to the hole.
He's definitely a really athletic kid, isn't he, Forbes? He just can really leap. Here's a block now by Orr. Then he threw the pass right to Baker, and then he'll be called for a travel, or Barker.
Barker travel.
So a block by Orr. Then he threw it away. So that was a turnover on Western, and then a turnover on Payson, and Western gets it back.
7 on Payson, 11 on the Wildcats.
Covington trying to get it in. Tough pass. Holy cow, it's physical out there.
What the heck was that?
Now look at Martin on a technical as he and Fessler got tied up.
He could get 2 fouls on this. Yeah, but more than just, did he call the personal too?
I don't think so. I think he just called the technical.
Wouldn't you call the personal then the technical?
I don't know. I think they were just calling the technical.
15 fouls, so they'd shoot free throws too. So that's important whether he called one or both.
Just the technical, it looks like.
Fessler to the free throw line, 28-9.
You saw Martin and Fessler kind of got tied up in that mess, and then Martin just kind of slung him to the ground. It's a little chippy out there.
Fessler's up and good. He's got 3 on the night now. Makes it 28-10. He'll get another. They're still trying to explain to each other. Coach Dashinsky wants to know what I wanted to know.
Was there a personal followed by a technical or a technical?
Because that'd be 4 free throws.
Right. What are they? We know that Fessler is going to get this one for sure.
He's going to shoot this while they're conversing. It's up and good. He's got 4. 28-11. Now, they must have not have called the personal foul.
Yep. Looks like it was just the technical, and so Western now will have the ball. You could make a little 5-point swing of it here.
It was
they can make a 3.
Kind of weird.
Yep. Fessler looks in the paint, now throws it out top to Bowen. Over it comes to Fessler. He'll try to turn the corner, kick to the wing, and while that young man was open, he is not in uniform today, and that'll be a turnover.
12.
4:05 to play in this first half. Sparks, bounce pass to Boone. Pivots a couple of times. Pivot. Out top to Sparks.
That's a football player on the basketball court.
And here's an illegal screen by that football player on the basketball court.
Boone picks up his second. And +5, but a player controlled, I guess they call that.
Yep. Here comes Ross back into the game. Covington will sit down for Western.
Just underway, second quarter, 2A football. Chicago Christian leads 13-0 over Murrah Forsyth.
Here's a pass to Forbes on the right side. Works a pass that's tipped, turned down by Bowen out front. Now he gets out of that double team with a dribble, pull-up jump shot, good. For Ryan Bowen. has 4. Both shots have come right from that same spot. Sparks into the front court for Payson Seymour. Their scoring output has slowed a bit here in the second. Now Schwartz gets caught off of his feet. So race for the ball in the back court. Holy cow, it's physical out there. Run down by Fessler. He'll drive in, leave it into Ross. Little power dribble, leans back, won't go. And the rebound secured by Payson Seymour's young man and Phillips. And Coach Dushinsky wants a timeout. 3:04 to play in the half. 28-13 advantage for Payson Seymour after this Adams Network timeout.
Best Systems Auto Sales, located at 802 West Washington Street in Pittsfield between Best Systems Car Wash and O'Reilly Auto Parts, is the place to go for your next pre-owned vehicle purchase. Check out this deal from Best Systems Auto Sales. This 2019 Jeep Compass Limited is priced to sell at just $22,500. With only 29,000 miles, leather interior, and new tires, this vehicle is ready to roll up the lot today. Contact Best Systems Auto Sales to take a test drive. 217-939-7664.
Your Jeep, truck, and SUV are only as good as the tires and rims they run on. On or off-road, go full throttle.
28-13 the lead for Payson Seymour following the timeout taken by the Indians on the Adams Network timeout.
1:30 in the afternoon on a Friday, a little bit different time. Remember in those days we used to go to the Jacksonville Bowl on the Fridays and how quiet it would be? Pleasant Plains and Pittsfield played one time, and John Hampton told me, he said, bet there's a bigger crowd if we play in the postseason. Well, they played at Carlinville in the postseason. There was a big crowd.
Speaking of that Jacksonville tournament, they're still playing that thing, I believe.
And West
Hancock's playing in it. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
They play the host today.
What's the easiest way to go from Warsaw to Jacksonville? I guess you just hop on the interstate and stay on.
Bus.
Until it says Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And then exit. Here's a drive by Sparks. His shot blocked. Rebound down to Orr. He'll work the outlet pass to Forbes. Forbes into the front court. Gets it to Fessler. He'll drive in, and a held ball here. It'll be Western basketball.
Fessler just kind of got in a little bit of a hurry. He'll figure that out.
Ball to bounds underneath for the Wildcats. Forbes to inbound. Looking, gets to the corner to Ross. Going to feed the post to Forbes. Off to Orr traveling. Shoveled the feet before he put it up, and gets called for it.
You can still play in a JV game and a varsity game in the same night, right?
Why can't you?
Well, I didn't know if there was something that, like, administrators said you couldn't or something. I don't know.
I've never heard of anything like that. I mean, as long as you meet the qualifications of usually being a freshman or sophomore, some juniors still play JV.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking about Fessler getting some extra playing time in both games.
Yeah,
in fact, a lot of these kids.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, if they're starting in the varsity game, they won't play in a JV game, but I think it's just a personal decision, no real rule. Here's Sparks on the little baby hook, no good. A rebound put back by Gooding, won't fall. And the rebound tipped around, and Orion Bowen is going to lead the charge into the front court. Bounce pass finds Fessler, and then he lost it. Had it stripped away by Schwartz. He'll try a bounce pass. Gooding runs it down to Barker for a three, no good. It's a foot race for the rebound, and Barker runs it down. 2 minutes to play in the half. Schwartz down to Boone. Boone goes right at Orr. Shot up no good. Rebound down to Gooding again on the offensive glass. And we'll get the three-point takedown called, and it'll be ball to bounds to the Indians.
Gooding quite active there. Oh, they did call a foul on Fessler. Okay.
His third. Team second of the second quarter. He'll stay in the game, it appears. Here's a three up by Schwartz, and he's still hot. 31-13.
16.
Maybe even 17. You know, here's a foul as Orr and Schwartz collide. And they're going to call Orr for the foul, and he kind of leaned down to Schwartz and said, sorry about that. I was really just trying to get posted up. Only thing malicious about that one at all.
Orr picks up the foul, his first, team third. Is that a turnover too?
Yep. Kind of just a tough luck foul.
Schwartz does have 17. I missed that technical free throw he made.
1:40 to play in the half. Sparks works the dribble drive. Blocked again by Orr, his second of the day. Off of Forbes. Forbes on the run out of the front court. Goes in, and they'll call that an offensive foul.
Turnover. Forbes will pick up the foul, his first, team fourth. The basket does not count. They changed that a few years ago.
Coach Dunker said he was fouling already. Referee said, no, I don't think so.
So they caught the offensive foul instead of the flop warning that they're using this year.
Yep. Here's a drive in by Sparks. Gets it to Boone. Boone takes a single dribble of it, a little pirouette, and passes it off now to Schwartz with 1:02 to play in this first half. Schwartz out to Gooding. Set shot three. Good. His second three of the contest. And it makes it 34-13. Payson shooting the three-point ball well today. As we talked about in the pregame, on the days when they hit him, they could be a dangerous, dangerous team. Ross into the front court. Long pass over to Forbes. He'll set up trying to three. No good. Rebound, a real battle for it. And it's going to be Western ball. Forbes will be the man to take it out of bounds for Western. 38.9 seconds to play in the half. Here's Bowen out front. He gets caught in the double team and is called for the shuffle of the feet.
17th turnover in the first half.
Here comes Ashton Baker back in. Boone sits down. Out of bounds in the backcourt for the Seymour High Indians. Schwartz will bring it up here. No, he says, Sparks, come get it. He'll get it across the half-court line as the Indians will look to hold for a final shot. They were unable to beat a buzzer in the first quarter. Trying it again here in the second. Up big here, 34-13 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. 10 seconds to play. They'll get the ball to Sparks. Over to Schwartz, off of the Sparks screen. Bounce pass down low, looking for Gooding. Caught underneath, leaves it off to Baker, who does put it up and in for two. So that time they were able to find the bottom of the net before the buzzer sounds, and we take you to the Little Jess Motors halftime show, where the Payson Seymour Indians lead the Western Wildcats 36-13.
Your friends at Little Jess Motor Company are proud to sponsor today's halftime show. What do you think of when you think of Black Friday? Well, the biggest deals of the year, of course, and it's no different here at Little Jess. We've saved the best deals of the year for our Black Friday sales event. Right now, we're offering an unheard of 13% off our 24 Jeep Gladiator Nighthawk and get it for just $39,800. Save $5,500 on a new 24 Jeep Compass Latitude Lux and get it for just $28,500, and save up to $12,000 on a new 25 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn. Hurry in, because deals like these only happen once a year and only at Little Jess. Serving Tri-States for 7 decades.
It's time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Kaylee Fessler. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you.
Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this season. If you're looking to get team shirts or spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square feet of retail space, so pop in and see what we have to offer. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, and banners. The Walker family has proudly owned and operated Press Yours On You for over 18 years. Being a small-town business, our goal is customer satisfaction. We would like to thank everyone who has supported us. As always, thank you for supporting local.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC. Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Western Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Western Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Western Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Western Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwesterngrain.com. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Make sure you include the Damon guys to get it right the first time. Residential and commercial, new builds, or existing. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. A 36-13 lead for the Payson Seymour Indians on top of the Western Wildcats here at the break. And Jack has a look at some of your halftime stats.
22-7 was the lead after one quarter for Payson. 36-13 here at halftime. They've led by as much as this 23 points right now, which is the biggest lead of the ball game. Western's turned the ball over 17 times. Payson 8 times. Foul situation, 3 on Noah Fessler, 2 on Kaysen Tobias, 1 on Damian Orr, and 1 foul on Colin Forbes for the Western Wildcats. Payson, once again, 8 turnovers. They have 3 fouls on Brody Deeker, a single foul on Lane Barker, 2 on Jordan Martin, 2 on Nolan Sparks, and a single foul on Ashton Baker. 36-13, the halftime lead for Payson over Western. Individual shooting percentages and scoring come your way on the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram halftime show.
Life comes at you pretty fast. When you need a helping hand along the way, the staff at Petefish Skiles & Company Bank are there to assist you with your financial needs. Petefish Skiles & Company is your key to staying one step ahead of the game with mobile and online banking, giving you the power to manage your accounts, schedule payments, and even deposit checks from your smartphone. It's your time. Make the most of it with Petefish Skiles & Company Bank, located in Virginia, Petersburg, Havana, Jacksonville, Beardstown, Winchester, and Murrayville.
Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs.
Fostered Farm Equipment has served our community since 1986, carrying the quality brands you know and trust. Now in our second generation, we are proud to continue our family's legacy of quality customer service from showroom to field. We offer new, used, and consignment sales, so whether you're working 1 acre or 1,000, we have something for every operation. Our customers work hard. That's why we work hard to keep America's farmer in the field and not in the shop. We look forward to serving our community and customers for decades to come.
United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card. The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517.
Back on the Little Jess halftime show. Payson Seymour 36, Western 13. Jack's got to look at the rest of those halftime stats for you.
4 of 13 for Western from the field in the first half. 0 of 3 from the arc and 5 for 6 from the free throw line. 13 of 32 for Payson. from the field, 7 of 11 from the three-point line, 21 of those points coming from there, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Payson led in scoring by Blake Swartz with 17 points, 6 points for Landon Gooding off the bench. Lane Barker has 6, 2 for Jordan Martin off the bench, a single point for Nolan Sparks, and 2 points for Ashton Baker, and Brody Deeker added 2. On the western side, Orion Bowen had 4, 2 for Colin Forbes, 4 points for Noah Fessler, 3 points from Kaysen Tobias, and that rounds out their scoring of 13. 36-13, the halftime lead for Payson. Second half, play-by-play comes your way after these. When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Sports families, come check out Central Valley Sports, the new facility in town. Located 3 miles south of Winchester at 520 Winchester Glasgow Road. Batting cages, pitching mounds, pitching machines, and more. Open to all ages and skill levels. The facility is available for team rental, individual membership, and family memberships. Be sure to check out the Central Valley Sports Facebook page for more information and stay up to date on individual lessons and camps offered throughout the year.
Hey, Abe. Hey, George. You know what? We love beer!
This election year, be sure to make the correct decision and vote jerseys. Over the last 4 years, we have helped put more money back in your pocket with our daily drink specials and incredible food deals. We have also made steaks great again with our partnership with GJY Beef Company. So when you are making your next dinner decision, make it Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, Illinois.
Game Masters Outdoors in Quincy is your ultimate destination for game cameras and hunting gear. Discover top-notch game cameras to elevate your outdoor experience. From firearms and ammunition to optics and outdoor equipment, we've got you covered. Enjoy free shipping on most orders. Browse our vast selection of high-quality gear and find everything you need for your next adventure. Visit GameMastersOutdoors.com today.
Thank you to Little Jess Motors for being our halftime sponsor throughout the year on Central Illinois Sports. 36-13 the lead for Payson Seymour on top of Western. Indians will have the basketball to start the second half of play here, as we are underway on the final day of the Socky Turkey Tournament in game number 1. Lots of action coming your way today from Beardstown as well, with games at 5, 6:30, and 8 here on Central Illinois Sports. So just kick back and enjoy the afternoon into the evening with great local high school basketball action. Here's a shot put up by Barker, no good. Boone gets the rebound. His put back up and in for 2.
First 2 points of the day for Nicholas Boone.
And makes it a 38-13 lead. Bowen has picked it up in the backcourt. High pass to Forbes. He then is fouled by Boone.
Boone will pick up his 3rd foul, first team foul of the second half, then the 3rd quarter, I should say.
And it's ball out of bounds for Western. They have Fessler, Forbes, Covington, Bowen, and Ross to start the second half. Covington with it. Out of a double team, has it stripped and stolen away by Schwartz, and then he was bumped and fouled by one of the Western Wildcats.
Forbes will pick up the foul. It'll be his second, team foul number 1 of the 3rd quarter.
Inbounds pass all the way into the front court to Deeker. Deeker drives in, up and under, and missed the layup. Rebound to Covington for Western. Fessler into the front court for the Wildcats. Works it to Ross on the right wing. Back out to Fessler as he surveys the floor against the zone defense of Payson Seymour. In the corner, Forbes threw a pass that was tipped out of bounds off of Barker and stays with Western on the sideline. Ross gets it to Ryan Bowen. He's trying to get open in that high post against the zone. He's pretty good from that free throw line spot. We've seen him make a couple of shots there today. And now we'll get a timeout taken by Western on the Adams Fiber timeout. Follow the fiber.net to learn more about their great services at Adams Fiber. Again, follow the fiber.net.
Your equipment has specific needs based on the work you do and the environment you work in. How you manage the life cycle of your equipment influences your lubricant decisions. Schaefer's specialized lubricant products are designed with you in mind. From synthetic engine oils, hydraulic fluids, greases, and gear lubes, our products help you own equipment longer, operate more efficiently, and reduce hassles. Contact local Schaefer representative Jerry Roan at 217-248-7576. That's 217-248-7576 for Jerry Roan and Schaefer Specialized Lubricants.
6:36 to play in the third. It's early in the basketball season, but a reminder, if you come to the game, when the game's going on, even during a timeout, don't walk across the middle of the floor.
Especially with nachos.
Even in a timeout. Just kind of a good thing. Here's the turnover now, and the Wildcats out of the timeout. Just a good etiquette.
Teachable moment.
Yeah.
Don't do it. They shouldn't have to put ropes up to keep you from doing it.
Here comes Sparks into the front court for Payson Seymour. They're up big, have led all of this contest. Here's one of the tougher passes you're ever going to get. It hit him in the back of the heel. Stolen away by Forbes. Forbes will have it taken right back away by Schwartz. He says, all right, I'm going to try to make a better pass this time, I promise. And does to Deeker, who takes it across. Deeker going to try the drive inside. He's bumped the round shot up, no good. Foul, and he will shoot 2 shots.
Covington will pick up the foul, his first, team second of the quarter. It's a hard foul. Deeker will go to the free throw line. He can take it. He's got 2. 38-13, 25-point lead. 5:59 left third quarter on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Brody Deeker, the senior. First one is up and no good.
It's glad you decided to speak up there. I thought we'd switched into golf mode there for a second. Deeker to the free throw line. It looks like he's going to approach this one as he did earlier in the day.
He missed his putt earlier.
He's 50-50 at the free throw line.
Well, I jinxed him earlier. I didn't want to do that. Second one is up, and he made it. That away, Brody.
39-13. 6 minutes to play in this third quarter.
Do like, here we go, Brody, here we go.
Well, no. I don't know what happened there. Battery had worn down. Switched him out. Yeah, there's full volume again. Here's a steal now by Sparks. Gets it to Barker. He leads a 4-on-2 charge into the front court off to Schwartz, who kind of lost it on the way up. It's not going to go through, and we'll get a foul called here on Fessler, it looks like. It's a flop, the referee tells us.
So is it a foul?
It's a foul.
Okay. He'll pick up the 4th foul. 3rd team foul. 5:39 left, 39-13. 3 times what the other team has.
Here's a 3 by Barker, and it's good. Makes it 42-13.
And one of the people are off the reservation, apparently.
Well, it's been fun while it's lasted here on Central Illinois Sports. Here's a steal now by Schwartz. He's going to just bring it into the front court, shoot a 3 wide open, no good. Rebound down to Covington. Fessler will bring it into the front court. They have taken away his foul on the scoreboard, so maybe it was just a flop warning,
I guess.
Wouldn't it still be a foul, though, somewhere along the line, like when the guy got knocked down? Here's a missed shot and a rebound down to Fessler. Not sure I understand all these rules.
So many rules, and there's a little kid on the floor that just about got run over.
And now here's an offensive foul going to be called on Fessler.
Now he's got 4.
Here comes Martin back into the game. He replaces Barker. Fessler sits down as Bowen comes back in for the Wildcats. Sparks will look to bring it up for the Payson Seymour Indians. Out top, Martin. Looks into the corner to Sparks. Payson Seymour probably a team that feels like they could be playing at any time slot today. They had their chances in their first 2 games. Got done big to that Portis squad and then fought back all the way to a 5-point game. What was like a 24-point lead at one point?
Yeah.
As Kendrick's called for the foul.
First, team third.
Here's Gooding back into the game. Boone sits down. And then against Liberty, that was a pretty good game, that Liberty Payson Seymour game, first game of the tournament.
It's a battle. Probably one of the best games we've had in the tournament so far.
Here's Deeker, and he traveled on takeoff there, and he'll be called for it.
Turnover number 9 on Payson Seymour.
4:05 to play in the third. Western ball out of bounds. Wildcats looking to build on some positives here in this second half. Take better care of the basketball. Forbes will drive to the baseline, pull up jump shot, that's good. And then we get a timeout whistled by the Wildcats as well after the made basket. So a timeout on the court will pause as well. On the Adams Fiber timeout, it's Payson on top, 42-15.
At Logan Agri-Service, we understand your success starts from the ground up. That's why we've been your trusted partner in agriculture since 1962. From top quality seed and cover crops to fertilizer, crop protection chemicals, and petroleum products, we have you covered. At Logan Ag, we take pride in providing you quality products at competitive prices with service that exceeds expectations. Call us today at 1-800-LOGAN-AG or visit loganag.com.
Gobble, gobble. I'm Casey French with Cascom. Thanksgiving is just around the corner, and your house is going to be full of family, including in-laws and kids. You might just become the turkey if your Wi-Fi, or whatever the hip lingo the kids are calling it, isn't up to par. Call Cascom today and sign up for our gig services for only $99.95 a month for 6 months. Already a customer? Upgrade for only $109.95 a month. Dads who want the game as a side dish, you're welcome. Call today, 1-800-252-1799. And we thank you for trusting us with internet, cable, and phone all year long. Thank you from Cascom.
It's Payson Seymour basketball out of the Western timeout. Western has 1 timeout remaining, and they trail 42-15. Here in the third. Right side with it is Deeger, drives the baseline, or they're going to say caught him with the body and gets called for the foul.
Foul will be on Western. And that will go on Orr. That'll be his second. Team foul number 5. 2 free throws to be shot by Brody Deeker. 1 for 2 from there. Has 3 points of the day. 42-15. 3:36 left in the third. Up and no good.
Real Net and Twine is located just north of Pittsfield, across from the airport. They're your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and much, much more. Stop by and see the Reels at Real Net and Twine, 217-285-5013.
Deeker, the 6'1 senior. Second one is good. Give him 4 on the day.
Makes it a 43-15 score.
30-point lead in the fourth quarter will give you a running clock, in case you're wondering, folks.
Bowen with it on the right side. Works to the free throw line to Gooding. Good look there, and he'll knock it down. That's Kendrick, excuse me. Kendrick, he wears 13 for Western. Gooding wears 13 for Payson.
2-pointer, though, right?
A 2-pointer is correct.
From the elbow.
Shot that with some confidence, though. You like to see that. Here's Deeker out front. He'll tuck and drive. Shot up no good. Fouled. And he'll head to the free throw line once again, will Brody Deeker.
Fouls on Covington. It'll be his second, team 5th. 2 free throws either way. And back to the free throw line goes Brody Deeker, sporting a little ankle brace on that right ankle. Hopefully everything's okay there. 43-17, 3 minutes left third quarter. Been a long third quarter. First one up and good.
Waters Concrete, Jim Waters and Company. They offer quality concrete for your new build, driveways, decorative patios, sidewalks, anything with concrete. Waters Concrete, ready to serve you. Call 309-252-1052.
Deeker's second is no good. So 1 out of 2, 1 out of 2, and 1 out of 2.
It's about 50% on the day, if I'm adding that up correctly. 2:50 to play in the third. Western's Kendrick has it on the left wing, close to 5, and it is 5.
Turnover number 24 on the day.
And it'll be Payson Seymour ball. Out of bounds in the backcourt. Deeker has it out front for the Indians. Bounce pass top the key to Schwartz, who has 17 in the contest, but haven't scored here in the third. Here's the ball knocked away by Covington. Out of bounds. It will stay with the Indians underneath their hoop. Here's Ross back in along with Fessler. They'll replace Covington, and also taking a chair will be Forbes. Fessler in here with 2:30 to play in the third, even though he's got 4 fouls to his name on the day. And now here's an illegal screen going to be set by Gooding in the paint.
So Gooding will pick up the foul. It'll be his first, team second. Turnover number 10 on the day against Payson.
2 minutes, 24 seconds to play in the third. Bowen has it out front to Fessler. Looks off the hand check. Shovels it off to Bowen. Bowen drives inside and gets called for an offensive foul.
Foul on Bowen will be his first. Team foul past 5, but player controlled. Turnover number 25.
Into the contest, Connor Howell for Payson Seymour. Connor is a 5'10", senior, also into the game for the Indians. Returning to the fray was Barker. Schwartz took a chair. Here's Gooding trying to line up his third triple of the day. It's no good, and the rebound down to Kendrick for the Wildcats. Fessler will get it. He'll try the drive inside. There's a pass out, and it is tipped and knocked into the backcourt, run down by Kendrick. Then his pass is tipped and stolen away. Martin on the run out, on the wing to Barker. Barker on the pull-up baseline shot. It's good.
11 for him on the day.
Second man in double figures for Payson Seymour with 1:30 to play in the third. Here's a pull-up jump shot by Fessler, no good. Rebound down to Bowen. He'll step back and put up a 3, and it's good. Orion Bowen with the deep ball.
Give him 7 on the contest.
He really probably needs to get some more shots.
Yep.
Really, I mean, as talented as a player as he is on the offensive side, he just needs to have more looks into his scoring spots. He's kind of limited today, but efficient on the times he has shot it.
Just a sophomore.
Yep, here's Howell on a pull-up, no good. Rebound down to Kendrick. Gives it off to Bowen, now Fessler. Coach Reese Dunker wants him to run into the front court. Fessler drives coast to coast, lays it off the window, and puts it in for 2.
6 for him on the day.
46-22 with 47 seconds to play in the third. On the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard, Barker going to try a 3. It's off the mark. Rebound over the back was Gooding.
His second foul, third team foul, 37.2 seconds left in the third quarter. 46-22. That clock been running the whole time this quarter?
I think so. It's been a long quarter, though.
Yeah.
Several timeouts.
I think they played a half of football at Bloomington. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Western with the basketball.
Ross coming off of the screen. His jump shot is short. Run down by the Indians. Howell, and he'll be fouled, and he'll walk to the other end to shoot 2.
Foul's going to go on Kendrick, his second. Double bonus situation. Let's see. To the free throw line is Connor Howell looking for his first points. 46-22, 24-point lead, 23.9 seconds left in the quarter. fouls. First one is short.
LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing. For all of your trucking and hauling needs, call the Dunhams and their professional team at LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing. 217-285-2808. That's 285-2808 for LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing.
Howell will get another chance. Puts it up, and it's no good. Rebound comes off to Bowen the other way.
20 seconds to play in the third. Pass in the corner goes to Forbes. Looks for the cutter. Ball tipped, stolen away here, and then Forbes will steal it right back. Puts it up off the window and good. Good job making up for the mistake by Forbes. He's got another 2. Give him 6 on the day. Sparks on the run into the front court. He'll work a pass that's tipped. Goes to Martin. He'll put up an off-balance shot at the buzzer. No good. And we played 3 quarters of basketball action. Payson Seymour with the 46-24 lead after 3. Back with fourth quarter play-by-play on Central Illinois Sports.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week. Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate.
Starting quarter number 4, Western with the basketball down, but they've had a nice little run at the end of the third quarter to cut it closer.
Yep, 9 of 21, 1 of 5, 5 of 6, and the other side 16 of 43, 8 of 15, 4 of 10.
Here's a near turnover, but run down by Fessler here for the Wildcats. And now here's a ball tip and going to be stolen away by Barker. Barker on the run to the front court. Leaves it off to Schwartz, who puts it up and in for 2. His first 2 of the second half.
19 for him now.
Turnovers have been a problem for the Wildcats today. This aggressive Payson defense now going to get another one as
29.
Barker again with the steal. Left-hand layup up and good. They're just creating those long passing opportunities, and Western is still willing to throw some of those, even though it's not been very successful here today.
Yeah, Barker with 13 points now.
He's out at the head of that press trying to cause some havoc. Forbes on the wing, dribbles toward the top of the key. Leaves it off to Bowen, who'll try a 3. It's too short this time. And Deeker has the board for Payson Seymour.
His 5th.
Pushes it across. Barker in transition. 3-pointer, no good. Rebound to Covington for the Wildcats.
Give him 5, too.
They'll work it to Ross, who slips from his feet and loses the ball. A turnover on the Wildcats. Then Deeker throws a behind-the-head pass. It ends up to Schwartz. In the corner, Sparks sets up for the 3-pointer. It's good. And Reese Dunker wants to take the timeout here for Western. 6:22 to play in the fourth on this Adams Fiber timeout. 53-24 the lead. We're Payson Seymour back after this break.
Before I started at DOT, it was like a real low point in my life. I just lost my house, and I just wanted something to get myself back on my feet. I met a driver named John, and he was like, man, come to DOT. They'll pay for your school. They'll pay for your CDLs. I applied, and ever since then, I've been very grateful. Since I've been here, I've had the opportunity to save money to buy me a home within the next couple of months. It's definitely been great. When my life needed direction, I took the wheel.
Life comes at you pretty fast. When you need a helping hand along the way, the staff at Petefish Skiles & Company Bank are there to assist you with your financial needs. Petefish Skiles & Company is your key to staying one step ahead of the game with mobile and online banking, giving you the power to manage your accounts, schedule payments, and even deposit checks from your smartphone. It's your time. Make the most of it with Petefish Skiles & Company Bank, located in Virginia, Petersburg, Havana, Jacksonville, Beardstown, Winchester, and Murrayville.
Timeout taken by Western as their final of the contest on the Adams Fiber timeout. 53-24, Payson Seymour has the advantage. Wildcats will have the basketball. Length of the court to go here. As Fessler will look to bring it toward the front court. To Ross, now back to Fessler. Fessler on the drive, kicks to Forbes on the wing. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound down to Deeker for the Indians. Off to Sparks with 6:02 to play. Shorts with the basketball. Bounce pass on the right side to Barker. He'll work it on the dribble drive. Little runner in the lane, rolls in and out, no good. Goes off of him on the rebound, and it will be Western ball. Length of the court to go. PCRE Real Estate and Auction is our scoreboard sponsor each and every game on Central Illinois Sports. Find their latest local listings at PCRERealestate.com. Here's Fessler as a shot block. Rebound down to Schwartz. Schwartz with a tough board there. Here's Barker. Good look. Three ball from the wing. No good. And Ross grabs the rebound for Western. Fessler pushes it across. That's to Forbes. Forbes on the dribble drive. Kind of a off-balance shot, but got hit in the air, so he'll shoot two shots.
Forbes goes to the free throw line. I missed the guy who was on the foul, but now they tell me it was Nicholas Boone. First foul of the fourth quarter on Payson. Bowen will check back in after the first free throw. Forbes first is no good.
See Orion Bowen and Damian Orr both back in. On the other side, Baker returns. New into the game is Jace Gilmore, a 6-foot junior. Also into the contest, Vince Edwards, a 5'9" senior. Also fresh into the fray is Ransom Zinley, the 5'8" junior, and Connor Howell returns to the floor as well for Payson Seymour.
Vince Edwards is the younger brother of the Edwards boys that played quite a few years ago at Payson, correct? I believe that's right. Free throw is up and no good.
And on the rebound, I have a jump ball, the referee tells us. It'll be Payson Seymour basketball on the alternating possession arrow.
A couple of pretty talented players over the years for Payson were those Edwards boys.
That they were. 5:10 to play. Indians have a 29-point lead. Here is Gilmore over to Edwards, and he'll be called for the traveling. Turnover on the Indians here. Some of their youngsters get a chance to see some court time with 5 minutes to play. Western would put some youngsters in. They will here in a minute again, but they have a lot of them that have been playing the whole game. Here's a take to the basket by Orion Bowen. It's up and good.
He's got 9.
Makes it 53-26. Dribble drive into the front court. Baker gets it on the right side. Throws it out top to Gilmore. Now Zinley. Howell was open in the paint, but Payson wants to call a timeout to get something set up. So on the Adams Fiber timeout taken by the Payson Seymour High School Indians, we'll take an opportunity to tell you about our friends from Adams Fiber. Reliable, worry-free internet that doesn't buffer no matter what life throws at you. It's Adams Fiber. They're local in providing the ultimate internet experience. Visit followthefiber.net to learn more about all the offerings from Adams Fiber. 4:36 to play.
We'll wrap this one up quickly on the Logan Agri-Service Incorporated postgame show. Name our Edward Jones, Derek Harris, player of the game. Get ready for game number 2 between Camp Point Central and Petersburg Porta.
Here's Zinley out top. Works it to Howell on the right side. Skip pass for Edwards. Too high. What do you mean too high? Turnover here.
It was really high. I could feel for him because I was trying to jump with him on that one, and I just couldn't get up to get that one.
Western has some new fellows into the game as well. Bryce Cooper is in for the first time. Wearing the number 1, also in for the Wildcats. They've got the ball still. Will be Jacob Schreck. He's a 5'8" junior. We also see Hunter Having, a 6'1" freshman. Looks like Dwight Flint is out there as well, a 5'8 sophomore. And number 2, Brendan Miller, a 5'9 junior. So looks like everybody has gotten into the action today for both of these squads. On the dribble is Flint. He'll work it over to Cooper. He will throw it back out, and the pass goes a little wide, run down by Flint. 3:43 to play. Now between the circles with it is Schreck. On the right side, Miller. In the corner to Flint. He'll try a pull-up shot. It's up and good. Dwight Flint with his first 2. To make it 53-28. Howell has it the other way, looking for Baker in the post, and he's trying to go to the basket, and it's fouled by Having.
Hunter Having picks up his first team foul of the fourth quarter. Ball out of bounds for the Seymour Indians. And into the game comes Dalton Orrell.
He's a 6'1 senior for Payson Seymour. Sits down Howell. Zinley to throw it in. He'll try the lob into Baker over the top of him and stolen away by Flint. Flint will take it into the front court. He'll drive in with the left hand on the right side. Puts it up and in for 2. Dwight Flint with back-to-back buckets for the Wildcats to make it 53-30. Here now is a near steal. Zinley runs it down near the half-court line as Bryce Cooper playing the defense on him. Gilmore has it on the left wing. Tries the pass in the paint to Baker. Baker a turnaround shot up and good. Ashton Baker with a bucket for the Indians. He's got 4 in the contest. It expands the lead back out to 25. Here's a pass down low, open underneath with a reverse layup up and no good by Miller. Rebound down to Baker. Off to Zinley. He might have traveled, no call. Orrell runs it down to Edwards in the corner for a 3, no good. Rebound tipped around, comes down to Zinley. He'll find Baker in there, who puts it up off the glass and in for 2. Ashton Baker with back-to-back buckets for the Indians. Cooper with the crossover. He'll try to drive in. A little spinner off the glass, no good. Rebound down to Edwards. Outlet pass to Gilmore. Gilmore wants to push it into the front court. Kicks it out top to Baker. Over it comes to Gilmore for the 3. It's good. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Jace Gilmore to make it 60-30 with 2:01 to play. .30 lead will be a running clock in this last 2 minutes.
What's that ticking sound?
Flint with it, showing off the dribbling skills. Pull-up jump shot for the lefty. It's good. Dwight Flint putting on a show here.
He said, I'm playing in the JV games.
He says, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. He's got 6. Nice little crossover behind the back. A little how you doing, keep it moving. This makes it 60-32. Zinley with it. He looks in the paint, finds Baker. Baker going to try to muscle up here and puts it in for 2. Ashton Baker working towards double digits here.
Got 8.
62-32, 1:18 left. On the left wing is Schreck. Marks it out to Miller. Now on the right side, Cooper. Little rocker step action. Tried the step back and it's swiped away by Zinley. Zinley with the steal. Takes it into the front court. Kicks it into the corner now to Orrell. Tried to go back to Zinley on a little give and go, and it's stolen away. Cooper on the run out. He went to throw it in. His man had taken a chair. Trying to run it down at the other end was Payson Seymour's Phillips, and he stepped on the end line, so it still stays with Western. Wildcat basketball underneath their own hoop.
Tried to get a turnover, but neither could be successful on that.
Flint with it on the right side. He'll pull up for a 3. No good. A little heat check. And the rebound down to Baker. Off to Zinley. 25 seconds to play in the contest, and it looks like Payson Seymour Zinley will just dribble this one out. Indians are going to move to 1-2 on the season. Wildcats drop to 0-3 on the start to the year. We take you to the Logan Ag post-game show. We'll have final stats. We'll also name our player of the game. So we hope you'll stay tuned with us here on Central Illinois Sports as Payson wins this one 62-32.
At Logan Agri-Service, we understand your success starts from the ground up. That's why we've been your trusted partner in agriculture since 1962. From top quality seed and cover crops to fertilizer, crop protection chemicals, and petroleum products, we have you covered. At Logan Ag, we take pride in providing you quality products at competitive prices with service that exceeds expectations. Call us today at 1-800-LOGAN-AG or visit loganag.com.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Back on the Logan Ag post-game show here on Central Illinois Sports. Final of this one, a 62-32 win for the Payson Seymour Indians over the Western Wildcats. Logan Agri-Service, Inc., with locations in Griggsville and Winchester, Illinois, Knox City, Wayland, Monticello, and Paris in Missouri. Call 217-833-2375 for Logan Agri-Service Incorporated.
Final score 62-32 in favor of Payson. Western turned it over 31 times on the day. 13 of 30 from the field, 1 of 6 from the arc, 5 of 8 from the free throw line. On the Payson side, they turned it over 15 times, 23 of 55, 10 of 21, 4 of 10. Leading scorer for the squad from Western, 9 points for Orion Bowen. Forbes had 6 for Dwight Flint in the closing moments, 6 for Noah Fessler, 4 for Kaysen Tobias. On the other side, Nicholas Boone had 2 points, 8 points from Ashton Baker, 4 points from Nolan Sparks, 5 points from Brody Deeker, a 3 from Jace Gilmore, 6 points from Landon Gooding on 2 threes. Lane Barker had 13, and Blake Schwartz led all scorers with 19 points. Final 62-32.
Blake Schwartz is going to be our player of the game. It's presented by Edward Jones financial advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this, and that's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. And a big day again from Blake Schwartz, 19 points to lead his team to victory over the Western Wildcats by a final of 62-32. Win for Payson Seymour moves them to 1-2. Western drops to 0-3, and they both finish out their tournament here at Pittsfield. We'll get set in just a while with you here on Central Illinois Sports with Porta AC Central and Camp Point Central. We hope you'll join us then.